Bless it up, guys. It's your boy AJ coming at you once again this morning, or whenever you clicked on the video. I don't know. I can't control you. For everybody who's new to the channel, welcome. For everybody who's coming back with me for round 3, thanks again for coming. So in the last video, depending on if you watched it in order or you just watched them, we talked about anxiety. So this one, I've decided to talk about something a little bit different from anxiety, but it plays a part with anxiety. So like I said, for those of you who are new to the channel, I will always bring real world content that requires what's happening in today's world and tying it in with the Bible. And I'm not a pastor or a preacher or anything like that. Just a guy who wants to give the message of God. So I'm teaching, not preaching. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about wishing to be somewhere else or something else, or wishing for someone else's life. Now it happens, we see celebrities all the time and we be like, wow, that's amazing. Sometimes some of us wish we were them or with them or friends with them or something like that. And, I'm not going to lie, guilty of it myself. I would love to be one of the members of Jay-Z's entourage. I mean, hanging out with Hov all day? Man, that'd be something. It might get boring after a while because, everything gets boring when you do it for so long. But still, at the end of the day, we all have wished to be somewhere else or something else or someone else somewhere down the line. And so today, I'm here to discuss why we should be content with where we are now. So, once again, for those of you who are new to the channel, don't forget, and for those of you who are and have been with me since day 1, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you comment down below what you want me to talk about next time we're together. I promise you, I read these comments so I can know what to talk about next time we come together. So, moving on to what we're going to be talking about in this video is wishing we were someone else. So, a great verse I have to tie in with that. And I'm only going to have one verse today because I felt like this one verse covered it more than well enough for us to be able to discuss. So that verse for you guys is going to be 1 Corinthians 7:17. And like I say, for those of you who already know, and for those of you who are just joining, I have my Bible right here. So I will always read the verses to you guys. So it says for 1 Corinthians 7:17, nevertheless, each one should retain the place in life that the Lord assigned to him and to which God has called him. This is the rule I lay down in all churches. So, after doing some extenuating research on that verse is a message from God telling us that we need to be content with where we are. And that is true, very true. We need to be happy. In the last video, we talked about living in the moment. Here it is again. In this verse, living in the moment, we need to be happy with where we are right now. Like I say, for anyone who's ever hung out with me or talked with me or anything, I always tell them to live in the moment. When you live in the moment, you enjoy your life better. And I don't know, there's different theories out there, different shows that talk about what if factors or multiple universes, if you would like to say. When we do things like that, we start taking our mind off of living in the moment and start thinking about what life could be if this happened and that happened. And then for some of us, when we start thinking like that, we go into anxiety and we start thinking about our future and we get worried. That's why we have to live in the moment. This is why God is telling us, be happy with where we are placed, because it could always be worse. Now, for those of you who are like me, optimistic, and can look at both sides of a situation, yeah, it might be better. But at the same time, whatever new happens to you, it has a new opposition. So when something happens, something else has to happen too. It's just the way God works and how things are. If you stub your toe and you find a $20 bill on the floor, the actions don't match up at all. So if you're wishing for someone else's life, you potentially could pick up someone else's problems. And you're wondering, how did this happen? And you think just like the stub your toe scenario. They don't have anything to do with each other. But they do when it comes to God, because he set it up just that way for you to be able to get and experience something that he wanted you to have. So when God puts you here, where you are right now, live in the moment. Make the most out of it. Do great things. Just do everything good you can do and show God that you are content with where you are, because it can always get worse. God loves testing us to see if we still love him. But if you start asking for something and you're not, and God knows you're not ready for it, he'll put you out there, let you see if this is what you really want. He does it. He'll be with you the whole way while you're going through it. And before you know it, you'll be praying up out of it. That's just how it works. God has a master plan for each and every one of us. It's true, he does. And when you have that master plan, you don't want to share with anybody because you don't want anybody to get in the way of it. So God doesn't share his plan with us because he doesn't want us to get in our own way and stop the plan, which is why we have to live in the moment and not wish to be somewhere else, but just be content with where we are and know, like we said last video, that he took the case and it's all up to him to decide on what we need to do. So we just got to live in the moment and be content with where we are and know that God's going to get us there when he believes we're strong enough to get there. So once again, we got to practice patience and pray, because when God says, I'm ready for you to go to do this, it'll be at the right time for you. Once again, thanks everybody for coming back. And like always, comment, like, and subscribe. And please let me know what you want me to talk about next video. And like always, we're going to bless it up together.